Hold tight.
Yes, I will.
Xiao Song, what a surprise.
Shu, it's too early for sarcasm.
Lighten up, will you? You haven't visited me in 2 years. Step right in.
I went to Beijing before the spring and met up with your father. But then you were still abroad.
You haven't eaten yet, right? We'll have dinner later tonight. Besides you, I have 2 other guests.
Sure. Look, Shu. I told you about Dongbao's matter on the phone. There have been some circumstances lately. The source of funding has already been clarified for Lei's electrical goods market. This means that Dongbao won't be charged with the embezzlement of collective assets.
I didn't expect Dongbao to be this reckless and stupid. How disappointing. I used to worry that he'd become a local tyrant. I even called him about it. But it never occurred to me that he'd let his pride get to his head.
Dongbao's just... He's too concerned about forging ahead, regardless of the danger. Back then, it was all because of his daring character that he could lead Lei village out of poverty. But it's also because of his character that he doesn't value the issues of principles.
That isn't his only problem. Our reform has always gone through trial and error. But some people needlessly rush, treating it like a contest. It might seem that they would violate the law. However, they soon get caught. That's almost tantamount to absolving them. On one hand, that encouraged them to tempt fate and go further in their actions. On the other hand, it just gave the wrong impression to people like Dongbao that the government would just allow them to repeatedly disobey the law.
It's true that he'd made mistakes. His confinement, it'll teach him a lesson. Look, Shu, if Dongbao's mistakes inconvenience you this much, I apologize for him.
I've known Dongbao far longer than you do. Why do you think you should apologize for him?
I'm sorry, Shu. I was just anxious about his well-being. I made a few trips to my hometown. Since Dongbao's relationship with the new county mayor has gone downhill, I've also faced a ton of backlash, more than I expected. If it's too much of a burden for you, I'll understand.
The 2 guests I invited today are actually officials from the province of your hometown. Let me explain. I merely asked you here to clarify on the specific things Dongbao did that brought prosperity to Lei. Be they good or bad, they must be brought forward.
Thank you, Shu. Again, I do sincerely apologize.
Xiao Song, you seem rather odd today. You're not exactly acting all calm and composed, it seems.
I'm sorry. I'm under so much pressure lately. So, you know.
Just last night, Xiao Di talked to me on the phone.
Oh. I paid him a visit yesterday afternoon. We have opposed opinions on the Phase 2 equipment that should be given for Donghai.
Xiao Di's so quick-tempered. But still, he sees the big picture. He thinks highly of you. This time, he asked me bluntly to advise you to give up on that joint Japanese enterprise venture.
Please, Shu. You have to trust me regarding this matter. I won't let a state-owned enterprise get compromised.
I'm not planning to advise you. Yesterday, I listened to Xiao Di as he talked about the ins and outs. I told him my opinion. You have my support. I promise you that. Of course, Donghai's quickly developed these past 2 years. I'm not sure of the specific situation. That said, I did base this crucial judgment on my knowledge of you.
Thank you for your trust. Introducing foreign capital was all mainly from my domestic and foreign environmental research. I'm not sure if it's too arbitrary.
Explain then.
Early last year, Huang Fuping's article caused great controversy. The split in market and planned economies, those were greatly discussed all over the country. And I've always wanted to ask you about this issue.
Needless to say, you definitely support the market economy. Actually, compared to us, Xiaolei himself might be a bigger radical. The gap between you isn't on the country opening trade. Xiaolei considers from the overall situation, while you're grassroots level and know more about the local situation.
Well, Shu, you did leave the chemical industry for years. I just thought you wouldn't ask about Donghai ever again.
Donghai's not an enterprise that's directly under my ministry. I can't just ask certain details, like Xiaolei, for example. However, in my current position, I still prioritize first-tier enterprises.
Donghai's a new enterprise. It's difficult to find precedents for some of our current explorations in the country. If we can have your support, I believe the future of Donghai will be stabilized.
Xiaosong, we're longtime friends. You already have the numbers to my office and my home. Just call me if you need help.
I will.
Keep me updated on the grassroots level. We need this reference so that we can accurately interpret the government's economic policies. Looks like they're here. Like I told you, clarify Dongbao's problems and achievements. Don't overstate his merits, and we'll all be good.
I got it.
Hello, senior leaders.
Hello, Zhu.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome.
Good day.
Good day.
Here, come on in. Come on
Welcome.
in.
Hello there.
Mom, why are you here?
I'm glad you're free.
I'm fine. Just detained for a few days, that's all.
Look at you. Still in one piece, eh?
Wait, why are you here? Don't you care about the market or the construction site?
Shen, how could you talk this way to Dashan?
That's all right, Auntie. It's how we usually interact.
You, just tell me about the market site.
Just pump the brakes, kid. The market fared quite well, but I called a halt to the construction.
Wait, you called a halt? What the hell?
Look, kid, I didn't know how long you'd be detained. I had to stop it. I could only wait for your news. But don't worry, kid. I've paid 2 weeks of fees in advance. They won't run away.
Son wanted to buy in Jinzhou. Did he show up?
He did. He painted a rosy picture. He said anytime, as long as you do the full paperwork, he'll buy it.
Good thing our market's reputation is strong, and he stuck by us.
Sweetie, your sister-in-law prepared a meal for us to calm you down. Come on, let's get going.
Mom, listen to me. I just got released. I'm still not even sure on the situation here. What about the creditors? Huh?
It's all right. They didn't tell us to pay.
You gotta be kidding me, right?
Before I went to the county, I just had to go door to door to explain our entire predicament to the creditors. And they knew you were implicated, so they didn't bother.
I see. That's good. Mom, I really got to get to Lei Village as soon as possible. I can't delay this trip.
Well, it doesn't have to be so rushed. Your sister-in-law wanted to ask you about Mr. Dongbao's situation.
I didn't even get to see Brother Lei during my confinement. Even if she asks me, I've got nothing to tell her. The balance for the land, it's gotta be paid now. It's for the construction. It's supposed to be the priority now. Obviously, the priority now is to sell the market in Jinzhou. And we can't screw up with that sale.
But you still gotta eat something, right? Aren't you hungry?
I'm not hungry, especially not now. Let's drop my mom over to Wei's place first and send our regards. Then head for Lei. Mom, after you're done, you should hurry home. Since the creditors will get worried when they don't see you. They only trust you now.
All right. You're in charge of Lei Village. I'll send our regards to your sister-in-law. Oh, I made some tea eggs for you, dear. Eat them on the road, okay?
Auntie, don't worry. I'll watch over him. It'll be fine.
Thanks. Go on, get going, go.
Take care, Mom.
Right. Shen, sweetie,
Yeah?
always be on your guard, you hear me?
Yeah. See you.
Easy there. Do you really have to eat that fast, huh? Slow down.
So how's the market?
When you got detained, some parties colluded in private to default on their rent, but I caught them. It's fine now.
Tree must have been the instigator. He's a no-good troublemaker. He's gonna get it from me someday.
It's got nothing to do with him this time. Surprisingly. Who do you plan to see in Lei Village?
If we want to sell the market, we need the stamp of Lei's committee. It's got to be done by Lei Shigen. I got arrested at his house when we were both arguing there. I can't approach him directly. Wait. Call Zhang Ming and Hong Wei along to be the mediators. We'll have a meal together, and I'll talk to them there.
Zheng Ming just left Lei Village.
Are you serious?
Their agent said that the director of the wire factory quit. The other factory directors also want to quit. And some Ascent retailers were looking to default on payments. Why don't you find a place where you can have a bath and sleep and a change of clothes?
At this point, I could care less about sleep.
I learned my lesson in this aspect. When I just returned from Xinjiang and went around borrowing money and ragged clothes, everyone shunned me. Except Song Yunhui.
We're lucky to have Song Yunhui. Fine, I'll listen to you. I'll find a place to rest, take a bath, and get changed. Sometimes a solution will come to mind after sleep. Don't wait for me. Hurry back to the market.
When do you plan to resume the work over in Donghai?
Just leave it for now. A few days make no difference. Don't bother. End up being the cat's paw and wasting our efforts.
Sure. I'll go back by bus. You can use the car. I brought you some money in the bag. I was thinking on some fancy dining. Check it out. This is all I got on hand. It's about 300 yuan. Enough for the next few days.
You're certainly experienced and attentive to detail. So then, does this mean I'm now at your level?
Don't get too carried away, kid. Regardless of our positions, I'm still your elder.
Yes, you are sure.
The copper plant account has 50 grand, but we must pay 38,000 by next month. We'll also need heavy oil and raw materials. After calculations, the wire factory's balance is 137,200. The pig farm has incurred a huge loss.
Listen, just tell me the total amount that still remains in our village.
Oh. After deducting expenses, 17,000.
They're insisting that we pay them immediately. But we still haven't received any money owed to us. Clearing the triangular debt is simply just clearing Lei Village.
You know, I was thinking, why don't we stop the village welfare? There's no money in the village, and we still gotta keep the factories going. If we stop production, then they'll come after us. The new township mayor, who's a graduate, stopped by to inspect the village and warned us. He said that if any factory goes bankrupt under our watch, it'll be called a loss of assets.
Fine. Let's just stop the village welfare. Write a notice immediately and post it on the bulletin board outside.
Mr. Lei, I don't think it's appropriate for me to write it.
Write it as the village committee, with the committee stamp. Get to it. Where do you think you're going? The pension payment is tomorrow. Go write the notice now and post it so that everyone knows what the situation is. Otherwise, everyone's gonna cause a damn stir tomorrow.
It's lunch break. I'm hungry.
Chief Shigen.
Yang Shen. Why are you here?
Come on now, I was just released.
Just why are you here?
Brother Lei asked me to pass you a message. Do you want to hear it?
Will you stop messing around, Yang Shen? You told me the last time that Mr. Song wanted me to take the fall for Dongbao. He even scolded you for saying that garbage.
At that time, I'll admit I was in a terrible spot. But I had to bluff you then so I could save Brother Lei.
You did it for yourself.
Brother Lei and I are in the same boat. Saving Brother Lei is also saving myself.
What did Dongbao say to you?
Brother Lei took a huge risk to pass you this message while detained. Yet this is your attitude? Fine. Forget it.
Hey, wait. Did you really see Dongbao in there?
Do you know exactly what Dongbao's most worried about? He's most worried about you. He thinks you can't take charge of Lei. Since you're so scared of being scolded and folks you might suddenly offend.
Yang Shun, you just don't know the situation in our village. We only have less than 20,000 left in our bank account this month. If we gotta ensure the normal operations of the factories, then we can't give benefits to everyone anymore.
Brother Lei has long thought of that. Of course, he wants me to help you out.
You'll help me? How can you help me?
Well, you know the management fee per year that's on my market. Brother Lei asked me to pay the management fee for 3 years in advance on Lei's emergency. Chief Shigen, you should be able to distinguish by now whether I'm just making up a story to fool you into doing something here, right?
Yang Shun, I thank you on behalf of Lei Village in Dongbao. It's good that he came up with a way out for Lei Village despite still suffering in there. Tell me exactly when we're allowed to visit Dongbao, and I'll go with you right away.
Sure. I can drive us there when that happens. Hey, sit down, Chief Shigen. Sit down.
Yang Shun,
What?
I'm really grateful to you. You have to know that the money will really save every person in Lei Village.
Chief Shigen, you...
I mean
you
it.
don't...
I
Chief
really
Shigen,
mean it.
please,
I
please,
just-
get up. Get up. Come on. No, don't thank me just yet, all right? I still don't have the money, okay?
Huh?
I don't have it.
Were you messing with me again?
Whoa. Why do you gotta be so hostile?
Stop fooling around!
I haven't finished what I was saying. Can you at least let me finish here?
You don't have the money. What the hell is the point?
I can't pay the management fee, but I can
how-
still get the damn
how could-
money, all right? I already sold the market in Jinzhou. That should cover the 3 years fee.
You just sold the Jinju market, but you're paying the management fee. Won't that still be a loss for you?
Listen, Chief, after I leave Jinzhou, I'll set up a new market. You know my relationship with Xiaolei. I plan to set up my market in Donghai. The market in Donghai is still going to be affiliated with Lei Village, and I'm paying 3 years on the management fee, but I don't take part in deals that incur losses.
Just add this clause in the contract. You must guarantee that you'll pay the full fee to Lei Village after you sell the market.
You're a sharp one. I'll include that right away. Good of you to notice. Hold on a second.
Mayor Chu, this way, please.
It's fine.
You've had a long trip. The situation is that Shang Mei and also Hong Wei.
Hurry, hide the contract.
Why? What's wrong? Who's
It's the
out
new
there?
township mayor. You gotta go. I can't let him know that you're about to pay me right now. Hide in here. Don't come out unless I call you.
There's no money in the village account. That's the situation. Not as serious as Shigen said. I mean, you know the way he is. He's just gullible. Shigen, Mayor Chu is here to visit Lei.
Welcome, Mayor Chu. All right. Are you hungry, Mayor Chu? Of course. Let's have something to eat at the canteen. I'll tell the staff to cook some
No,
scrumptious
thanks.
dishes.
Listen, I'm fine. But your village is in a dire state. That should be our concern.
No
here.
matter how dire it is, we can't let you go hungry. If word of that spreads out there, they'll say we treated you badly. That won't do at all.
Shigen, please. I don't have much time. I've got to leave soon for a big meeting with a family planning commission.
He's right,
Isn't
you
that,
know. Mayor Chu's an ideal graduate, hardworking and practical. When we told the township about our case, we got a reply within a week. Mayor Chu, sit down.
Right.
Here, Mayor. after
So
you.
then, tell me the detailed situation going on in all of Lei Village. Let's think of a solution here and analyze it to see how the township can help you out.
Mayor Chu, I already told you the full situation while we were still on the phone. It all boils down to one short sentence. We're broke. Mayor Chu, Lei has paid taxes for many, many years. We've contributed to the township and to the county. We're facing huge difficulties here. I mean, can the township help us by providing some financial support?
It's not in our budget. Even if there is, there are many other villages that are in greater need than Lei Village.
Well, in that case, can you perhaps help us intercede with a bank? Defer our interest loan for at least half a year. Could you do that?
The township has no access to the banking system. I just can't do that.
The township doesn't, but the county still does. Can't you maybe submit a report to the county? We'll get as much help as possible.
I think that your biggest problem now isn't the lack of funds, but the lack of unity. It's not just your issue with money, but the muddled management. In other words, the core problem of Lei Village is that the current management hasn't played the role of initiator, as they should.
I can't argue with that. After we deal with this mess, we'll gather up all the necessary details and reorganize.
Comrade Shigen, I'm talking to you seriously here. You think I don't see what's going on? Just 2 months ago, Lei was the largest taxpayer in the township.
The whole county, I might add.
In just a few days, You can't even make pension payments. As the village chief, are you going to tell me that you're not responsible for this?
Mayor Chu, I've made some mistakes. But I don't think it's really fair to be putting all the blame on me. One can't make bricks without straw, you know. You could try to get someone to replace me. But without financial aid, who can even fix Lei Village? Mayor Chu, before you even arrived here, I already told the leaders in the township as well as in the county that I'm just too incapable of managing Lei Village. Honestly, I didn't choose to be the village director. It was the higher-ups that were the ones who forced me to be the village director. Lei faces internal and external problems. If anyone at all is capable of fixing all these problems, I'll relinquish my position to him without question. I quit, Mayor Chu, as the village director.
Shigen, what the hell are you doing? Mayor Chu, I'm sorry, forgive him. Even the villagers are displeased with us.
Damn it, will you just shut up?
Enough, enough.
Mayor Chu.
Please, gentlemen, just calm down. I'll report Comrade Shigen's decision to the township government and party committee. Even if you want to resign as village director of Lei, a thorough inspection must be made.
Mayor Chu, I do believe I have some ideas for you about the situation in Lei.
What are they? Just tell me.
You've been absolutely right. Lei's been a huge taxpayer for all these years. More than a decade ago, we started a construction team to coincide with both our prefab and brick factories. We didn't even ask for financial aid. But the situation is different now. A couple of months ago, the county informed us to clear the triangular debt, and then the account for Lei got frozen. The money was used to pay the debt, but none of the money that's owed to us has been returned. We never saw a single coin. Mayor Chu, if the money that's still owed to Lei Village can be returned in full, Lei Village will be rejuvenated. We won't need to ask the higher-ups for policies or funds, and we know that the township and county don't have the
That's
finances
enough.
for...
Great efforts were done to clear the huge debt, to invigorate the economy. As an economic entity, it's a sworn duty. It's your right to perform that duty. For the factories that still owe you payment on copper wire rods, I already informed the local government. They promised to coordinate.
Wait, can we really get the money back? But that's, the payments from the copper plant are almost 800 grand.
764,000. I'm also chasing the payments owed by the local units to your own factory. I'll recover what I can by this year's end.
Mayor Chu, if you really can help us get back the money owed to us, you'll surely be the savior of Lei Village. I sincerely apologize to you. From now on, I'll do whatever you say. I won't have any complaints. Not a single complaint at all.
You're our party cadre. You should obey the organization.
Yes, I'll obey. The organization, of course.
That's why I said that the problem of Lei isn't about the funds, but just a muddled management.
Yes, we have a management problem. A management problem.
Sit down, sit down. Let's talk about the management problem, okay? The pig farm is beyond saving, but there mustn't be problems with the construction. Copper and wire factories.
No, that'll never happen. I can go and talk to Hong Wei and Zheng Ming right now. If they know that such a large sum of money is coming in, there's no way they're going to want to quit now.
Don't bother with them. I've spoken with comrades Shi Hongwei and Lei Zhengming, respectively. They've decided to go into business. I approve their resignation. With no one manning the copper and wire factories, we must find their replacements right away. I've called some folks who do factory management and operations. They'll be here after spring. You better get ready then for the handover.
No, Mayor Chu. Don't you think we're moving too fast here?
This is urgent. Lei Village can't afford to wait. If there are further problems with both of the factories, as the township mayor, I'll have let my superiors and all of the people of Lei down.
The enterprises of Lei Village have never been taken over by outsiders. I'm afraid the workers won't obey them and will cause trouble.
That's why we need the village committee to work with us. The main principle of Lei is all on stability. There can't be chaos here.
Mayor Chu, who's gonna manage the factory directors? Will they obey the commands from the village?
These factory directors report to the committee. The government's in charge of their work.
Well...
Mayor Chu, I'm forever grateful to you for helping Lei Village. Thank you so much. It's true that the money will save Lei Village, but if you want to get outsiders to take over the enterprises of Lei, I just can't agree to that. Since Dongbao led us to build a brick hill in 1980, the foundation of Lei is what each and every one of us here has worked so hard to achieve. Dongbao isn't even here. If he sees these family enterprises get seized by outsiders, who knows what hell he's gonna bring with him?
Lei Village is a collective enterprise. It isn't anyone's private property.
But that's a collective enterprise for the people of Lei. I might not be competent, but I know I must guard what's rightfully Lei Village's.
Comrade Shigen, you already gave me your resignation. I don't have to discuss the subsequent matters with you. As the village accountant, you've worked here for years. You know the enterprises in Lei. I'll suggest to the township to appoint you as the village director of Lei. By that time, you'll work with the township on Lei's enterprises.
No. Mayor Chu, if I take that role, then I'm no different from a traitor. I'll stand by the people of Lei.
So this is where you stand, is that it? Against the organization. As party members and cadres, you're both disappointments. Fine. I'll suggest to the Township Party Committee to reorganize the Village Committee of Lei.
Mayor Chu, I'm sorry, but you're just out of line.
Mayor Chu, you're a graduate indeed. You're quite something. Peasants like us aren't your match. We'll take our leave then. You can get whoever you want to helm the management.
Shigen.
No, I'm serious. These are village committee keys. Get the stamp and ledgers by yourself.
Right. Mayor Chu, there are some ledgers in my finance office. You can take them all with you. Hey! Yang Shuo, why the hell are you here? What's going on?
For some reason, I fell asleep there. Are you Mayor Chu?
And you're...
Oh, my name's Yang Shuo. I'm from Lei Village as well.
Oh, you're the one with the affiliate market.
Oh, wow. It's no wonder that people say you're just so admirable. I mean, you've just taken office, and there's so many problems in the township, and Lei Village is a mess. I'm sure you still remember that.
You were released yesterday, and now you're here.
Oh, well, I'm here for Shigen. Hey, you're a graduate, aren't you? My brother Song Yunhui is a graduate, too. He's also the factory director at Donghai. You're quite alike. You're knowledgeable on the policies. It's all thanks to brother Xiaolei that I even got to clear my name.
Fine. Let's talk about the policy then. Jinju Electrical Goods is Lei's affiliated enterprise. As per the policy, it should be managed by Lei. Best be ready to hand over all your materials.
Mayor Chu, this whole matter has already been clarified. The county has determined that the market is all mine. By doing that, aren't you going against the county?
Mayor Chu, Yang Shuo himself funded the market. It's just affiliated to Lei Village. A few days ago, Mr. Song himself personally found the capital certificate.
My opinion on the handling of Lei has been reported to the county, and it's been supported by the higher-ups. And so affiliation isn't allowed by the law. Even if you signed an agreement, it's not recognized by the law.
Mayor Chu, if the township is depleted of funds, just say so. You don't have to intimidate me with the leaders, you know. The Jinzu market's a huge asset when it's in my possession. But it might not be the same in someone else's.
You're right, you're right. The market is a huge asset. But who's the one who benefits? I've talked to Lei Zhengming, and he said that in the fourth quarter last year, the wire factory had 200,000 goods sold through the electrical goods market in Jinzhou. But the payment hasn't been received yet.
Why exactly do the enterprises of Lei Village owe each other?
Mayor Chu, if you inquire further, you'll know that it's not me who defaults on the payment for Ascent products. It's the operators who bought the wires that have defaulted on their payment. They're all natives of Jinzhou. Of course you can collect the payment from them. But if they do close their doors and you're not familiar with the place, how are you going to collect? In recent years, business people have gotten used to defaulting on their payment for goods. If I didn't hold the fort in the market, then I reckon the payment for Ascent products for last year would never get settled. Then we'd have a big problem.
In other words, Lei should be grateful to you.
Oh, that's not necessary. I've always depended on Lei Village. If Lei does well, then so will I. If Lei Village collapses one day, I'll be the first to get implicated.
When I took office, someone told me that Mr. Yang of Jinzhou Electrical Goods was eloquent. But I can't let you get away so easily with just a few words.
Of course. Mayor Chu, if you usurp Lei's businesses into the township, you're gonna offend so many people there. However, I know very well that you're quite a good cadre, and also, not to mention, that you're such a kind person. Come on now, I'm not trying to flatter him without reason. I mean, it's true that he's a kind person. Otherwise, he wouldn't have taken Lei, and right at this very critical juncture, he would have just bided his time until you were all completely bankrupt. I mean, the villagers would complain, and the workers won't get paid when they went to petition and cause trouble in the city and county. Mayor Chu could bring down Chief Shigen without even breaking a sweat. And by then, he could just come here and take over Lei just like that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Mayor Chu, I know you're unwilling to see Lei Village end up in complete ruins. You don't want to exploit the situation, so you came at this juncture despite the conflicts. And Mayor Chu here isn't doing this for his personal gain. He's doing all of this for the people in Lei Village at the expense of his own reputation.
Yang Shuo, thank you for understanding.
Mayor Chu, I gotta say, you might be kind, but coming to take over Lei at this juncture will only make the people in Lei just rally together against you. Listen, even Brother Shigen himself just resigned from his position. You see?
Just what are you getting at?
What I want to say here is simple, and that's Lei Village should still be managed by someone from Lei. The pig farm went belly up, so that's a lost cause. But the copper plant, wire factory, and construction are all still up and running. I have a way to make Hong Wei and Zhang Ming come back. Just give them 6 months. If they don't do a good job, then send someone else to take over. But if they do a good job, you'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
And you want me to leave your market alone, correct?
Within 2 months, I'll get the business operators to pay up the 200 grand debt and pass them to you.
1 month.
1.5. There's the Spring Festival.
You got a deal.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't feel bad.
Lei just got into trouble. Many have bad intentions towards you. And the unified management of the township can also scare off those who have bad intentions. Once Dongbao's problem gets investigated, then the organization won't interfere with your business conduct.
Sister-in-law, is this your new restaurant?
That's right. I closed down the restaurant in the county and then relocated here.
Why was the restaurant in the county closed down? You had customers there.
When Dongbao got into trouble, the regulars, the newbies, and the old friends no longer dined there. I had no choice. I relocated here.
Sister-in-law, I'm sorry for what happened to you. Zheng Ming and I were just investigated. We got released a few days ago. Even our families suffered. I really didn't know that you relocated the restaurant. You could have told me.
Hongwei. Why are you saying that now?
Thank you.
It wasn't your fault.
Hey, Auntie, it'll be fine. I'm glad that your restaurant's here. If you need help, just tell me. I'm always just one call away.